All right, hello, you guys. Welcome back to the Crafty Casa. My name is Janelle, for those of you that don't know me, and today I'll be showing you guys how we made a tufted headboard. This is our very first time trying this, but I feel that considering the money we saved on the foam and everything else, it turned out great. So here we're gonna start out by taking the measurements of our um, wood frame, I guess you could say. This is a 5 by 8 if I'm not wrong. And we purchased this piece of wood from Lowe's, and we will be making a headboard for a queen size bed. So just measure everything accordingly to what you need and your personal preferences. All right, and of course then just go ahead and cut your wood to the desired length. Alright, so we did save some money on the foam, you guys. This foam is actually from my husband's workplace, and we saved at least $30 from buying just regular craft stores foam. And we just simply peeled the back of it because it had a sticky back and just cut it to the size that we needed, and just simply stuck it onto the wood. It's that easy. Just a quick tip for you. Cut the sponge or the foam just a little bit longer than the wood itself, because sometimes the wood on some corners, it would be kind of sharp and it would almost cut through the fabric. It didn't cut it, but I felt like it would almost cut through it. So definitely either sand the perimeter of the wood, or just cut the foam a little bit bigger, and just go ahead and fit the fabric that you chose onto the headboard. And we just simply did that and stapled it in the back with this staple gun. We did choose this jersey type material. I love the color, I love everything about it, plus it was on sale at Walmart. But I just felt that with the jersey type material I could stretch it and just control a little bit more of the sagginess of these tufted headboards. Sometimes that tends to happen. And when we were gonna do the tufting part to the headboard, we were really just trying to figure out different ways to do it. And we tried drilling the holes first. We tried doing all types of things that I just simply cut from the video because it was just too much. We tried making a pattern and drawing it on the piece of wood, and honestly the best thing you can do is just to simply lay the foam, put the fabric on, and at the very end take your measurements and think of the placement that you want, and then just mark the fabric with we use chalk, and I feel like that's the best thing to use because you can just easily wipe it off if you mess up. And then once you have the desired pattern, then you can just go ahead and start attaching your screws onto it. But I'll talk about that in a minute a little bit more. But here we're just tucking the fabric, and like I said, we just stapled it. And you can definitely be way neater than we were here with stapling the fabric onto the back. But we were planning on doing 2 layers of fabric. Just because, like I said, the fabric seemed like it was stretching a little too much around the perimeter of the headboard, and I just wanted to play it safe and just add another layer of fabric. I ended up using about 4 yards of fabric, and that was enough to do 2 layers of fabric easily. So you only need about 2 yards, honestly, for a queen size headboard, unless you do the 2 layers like we did here. And then we did it a little bit neater when we stapled it in the back this time. Now, this is the part where I was going to do a little more explaining. So we did buy some regular washers with the screws, and the washers were just too wide for the rhinestones I had purchased from Michael's, and they were just sitting really loose in there. So it was getting kind of late, and we really didn't want to go to the store and waste more time. So plan B was, let's make our own washers out of cardboard. So I cut out a bunch of little cardboard circles, about a dime size, and that worked perfectly fine. Like, we tried just doing the screw by itself, but the screw by itself kept on getting the fabric caught, and it would twist the fabric really, really bad, and it would almost rip it. So you definitely need something like a washer, or you can try the cardboard thing. That worked out just fine for us. And after we have our little pattern on there, I started gluing my little rhinestones with E6000 glue that you get from Michael's or Hobby Lobby or any craft store, honestly. And just attach your little rhinestones on there. At the end, I felt like it needed something else, so we added 2 more rows in between these larger rhinestone rows. We added smaller rhinestones, and you'll see it at the end, just because, like I said, my sister and I thought that it needed a little something else. And by the way, this is going to be my sister's headboard, so she really, really liked it at the end. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention to you guys is that this foam is actually way firmer than regular craft store foam, like crafting foam. So the tufting wasn't as fluffy as the usual tufting, but for the money we saved, it looked awesome. And here my husband's just attaching the legs to the headboard, just to whatever length that you want. We took the measurements and we decided on how high my sister wanted the headboard to be, and that's the size that he cut these legs to be. Then he also did add on a horizontal piece of wood at the bottom of the 2 legs, just to hold that in place a little better, and you'll see it in a minute. But here's the final result. I feel like it looks beautiful. It actually looks way better in person. It looks way more professional, if I would say so myself. And I will show you a little clip here once it was in her bedroom. We will be decorating her bedroom pretty soon, so I'm super excited to show you guys what we are having in mind for her room. But this is what it looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really enjoy making these for you. If you did, please don't forget to give me a little thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and please invite your friends and family to come over here and check me out. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time.